welcome to Season 7, the Daytona 500, the season opener here for the Cup Series once again. And let's go through our lineup right here. So starting on the front row here, we got Danny Hamlin on the inside and Michael McDowell on the outside for the front row. And in row 2, we have Daniel Suarez on the inside and Rambo Stevens, who was on a hot streak last season, seeing if he can continue it this season on the outside. Into row 3, we have Kevin Logs to his own team this season, back to Dodge on the inside, and Noah Gragson back at Trackhouse on the outside. And then we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the inside for row number 4, and Chase Elliott on the outside. And on row 5, we got Myatt Snyder on the inside and Anthony Alfredo on the outside. And we got Seth Taman on the inside and Eric Jones on the outside, with that team moving to Dodge. We got Ryan Blaney, who was one of the championship contenders last season, on the inside here in this row, with Bub Wallace back to the Cup Series here on the outside. We got Matt DiBenedetto on the inside, moving up to the Cup Series once again, and Alex Bowman sticking with David on Motorsports on the outside. And in the row behind them, Austin Cindric on the inside, and Ross Chastain making the move from McLaren to David on Motorsports on the outside. And then there's Christopher Bell on the inside with Joe Gibbs Racing, and Haley Deegan with her second season with Red Bull on the outside. And the next row, we got Will Rogers on the inside, and Todd Gillen in the Nissan's first season here in Sonic on the outside. We got Josh Berry on the inside of the next row, with Joey Logano on his last season here on the outside. And then we got Samuel Jones in the next row on the inside, with William Byron on the outside. Behind them, we got the Monster Energy duo of Ty Gibbs racing on the inside for Dodge Motorsport, Jasper Dodge Motorsport, and Daniel Hemrick, Riley Herbst on the outside. On the next row, we got Carson Hocefer on the inside with his second season with Hendrick, and Daniel Hemrick on the outside. And two part-time drivers here, Max Verstappen on the inside, Parker Retzlaff on the outside. Parker Retzlaff had pole last season, and more part-time drivers right here, Paul Menard and Chase Purdy, both of them qualifying through the qualifying session. And then the next row, it's the Kyle and Kyle show. Kyle Larson on the inside, Kyle Busch on the outside. Kyle Busch moving to Knight Motorsports. And the next row, it is Wally Wallow on the inside, and Justin Haley moving to Bad Badger Racing from... Actually, I'm not quite sure where he came from last season. But on the outside. And then on the next row, Tyler Reddick on the inside, and Sammy Smith in that second Nissan on the outside. And in the final row, it's Buescher on the inside and David Dawn on the outside to start out the season here. So I'll skip through here, get to pacing. Paused. All right. So here we go. It's going to be 140 laps here today at Daytona. This Cup Series is set to go with a new setup here at Daytona as they take off here. That's your field flyby. So 16 races for these drivers before we enter the playoffs to a 2-race extension season. So a 26 race season from the regular 24. We have ran 24 races all 6 seasons that we have ran this, and now we have moved to 26 now. The Homestead, the championship taking place at Homestead this year. A few additions to the schedule being Monza, Road America. Nashville is still our regular season finale, but we will also see Milwaukee on the schedule after Circuit of Americas, which was moved to the playoffs. But we'll have a few more things going on later this season. But it's the start of Season 7 here at Daytona. And they get going, hit the gas, and we are green here at Daytona. Denny Hamlin leading us. So inside gets a good jump here on the start. So it takes about a lap for these cars to get up to speed. Oh, we got Kevin Logs around him. There goes our first caution. We got more going around. Pile up in the rear. Max Verstappen is involved. I believe Chase Purdy-Cobb was just narrowly avoiding that. We're going to Parker Retzlaff out of the race here early. Chris Buescher, major damage to that car. Chase Elliott involved also. So we got a few drivers staying out here. Let's see what that looked like from the rear, though. So first lap, can't complete a lap here at Daytona before we're having our first caution. So go from the onboard of David Don. So he's got right side damage. Not sure who that was. So let's see, that was the 31. 31 with Justin Haley. Ooh. Taking a hit there from Sammy Smith. No, from Ricky Stenhouse and Sammy Smith. But what exactly caused this wreck up here? So Kevin Luggs just comes down. Oh, just barely. Stenhouse is just barely there. He comes out of this pretty clean, though. I mean, he hits the wall pretty hard. But it seems like Stenhouse is the one that gets the worst. Actually, no, Chase Elliott might have got the worst of this until Stenhouse moved down and then still came up to hit Chase Elliott again. See, Anthony Alfredo, did he make it through this? Oh, he just narrowly made it through. You could just see Chase Elliott just nowhere to go. Nothing he could have done to avoid that. He's just watching everyone pile in. Up to Daniel Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick seemed to be another major car involved. Oh, Carson Hocevar just got slammed in the door, causing this whole thing to happen. So let's see if Max Verstappen. Yeah, heavy damage. Let's see, who was it that? I thought it was Chase Purdy that made it through. But it looked like he might have gave a bump to someone. Yeah, he gave a bump to... So Kyle Busch actually did make it through, but Chase Purdy, just slight damage to that car. Yeah, Kyle Busch actually made it through without contact. So we'll now go up to the front. See if anyone takes pit stops here at Daytona. They will take pit stops here early on. But they don't want to stop. See, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That's going to take some drivers out. That's right. In replay mode, doesn't show exactly if they're out, but the many drivers actually choosing to stay out. Some drivers that were down in pit road. But basically, I think, yeah, if they keep going down, laps down, if they're multiple laps down, you basically know that they were DNF'd in this race. Kevin Logs is still in Peril C. This is going to take him to the back, see how bad his damage affects him. So hopefully he doesn't go a lap down from that. So Paul Menard, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson is now in pit road, and so is Reddick. But as Kevin Logs, Paul Menard still in pit road. I believe the pace car is in turn 4. So this is like last chance to get up pit road, as they do. They do come out of pit road. So we'll now just speed it up by 4 times. We'll do some cheating here. Speed them up during the under replays. Look, it looks like maybe 3 cars were taken out possibly from this wreck. Actually, maybe 4 or 5, maybe. Let's go back to the top of the board. It is going one. It's one to go. Going this time for the field. It's Noah Gragson who will be leading us to the green flag, with Heyman in second, Blaney third, DiBenedetto fourth, Rogers in fifth, Chastain sixth, Samuel Jones in seventh, William Byron in eighth, Rabu Stevens in ninth, and Mike Snyder in 10th to round out your top 10. But going on, Austin Cindric 11th, you got Hamlin, Logano, Bowman, Suarez, Gibbs, Alfredo, McDowell, Wallace, Eric Jones, Bell, Josh Berry, Bush, Deegan, Gillen, Herbst, Don, Purdy, and then these are the cars with damage. Wally Waldo, but Kyle Larson really doesn't have damage. And then we got Tyler Reddick, Kevin Logs, Paul Menard, and Daniel Herrick as the base car is entering pit road here to send us back to the green flag as he dives into pit road. No Gregson will lead us to the green flag. No Gregson. Let's see who gets the... It looks like the outside line got a bit of a good jump there. A little less organized, though. So we'll see how far we can go without having a caution this time. But it's going to be Blaney looking for second. I don't know if he's clear yet, but he is out into second. Maybe he's going to go for the lead. He will not be able to get there, though. So our top three starting to pull away. That's going to allow Heyman to get right back in line here. He does. Here comes Blaney now to the inside. These two, Blaney and Heyman, had a great battle at Circuit of the Americas last season. But out into second goes Heyman as Blaney in the lead. Here comes Rambo. He was on a hot streak last season. So here in the Cup Series, this setup is made for that high side. That high side will work a lot better than it did in the Trucks or Xfinity. We kind of saw a little bit of a preview of it for in ARCA. As in the ARCA series, using the Cup setup, just a little bit slower. But it looks like we have a Ford, and then it is just Chevys piling in behind. It's only 4 Chevys right behind, so 4 out of the top 5 are Chevys. Outside of that, it's like a Ford and Chevy show right now. Where do we have to go to find our first Nissan or Toyota or Dodge? Got to go back pretty far, back to Denny Hamlin outside the top 10. But Blaney's still leading us here. It is 40 laps for stage 1, 40 laps for stage 2, so stages ending on lap 40 and 80 before the 60 lap run to the finish. It's still a 16 car playoff field, so that means if we get a winner, a different winner every single race, then we will have no one making it in on points, but that is highly unlikely going to happen. Although if it were to happen, the way it's set up this season, I mean, with the... Oh, we got another wreck going on behind. Oh, there is just smoke all over the place. Watched out, got through it. Oh, but they bump and logs went out into the grass there. Oh, they are racing it back, that's for sure. Training David Don and Chase Purdy just riding the wall to get to the line, making up quite a few positions doing that, though. So Samuel Jones involved here. Sitting down in the corner there. Oh. Major wreck here. Oh, man, right up into the outside wall. And it looked like they were maybe checking up behind him, and that just caused them to wreck behind him also. So that was like Eric Jones. No, that's Maybe trying to avoid, oh no, Haley Deegan right up into Christopher Bell. That is major damage to Haley Deegan, Christopher Bell, Samuel Jones. I think Eric Jones got quite, yeah, he got slammed into the wall there also. Alex Bowman Bush involved. The 16 of Gillen also slightly involved. Was Bubba Wallace involved? He was, yes, involved here. Ooh, heavy hit to the one. So you speed it back up here. We'll see if anyone pits this time by, and then speed it up until we go back green. So, once again, like everyone coming down pit road. We'll see if anyone stays out. Pace car all alone. Ooh, there is one person staying out there. It looks like to be Daniel Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick with major damage. That might be a lap car, so not much to worry about there. So Blaney will be the first one out, and then it's Gregson and Heyman for your top three. So multiple cars in pit road. Larson is leaving, but Jones, Bell, the other Jones, and Logs. Logs now exiting also. But Jones, Bell, and Jones in pit road right now. So the pace car now in turn 4. Oh, so we have Bell. Bell is out of the session. Confirmed right there. And both the Jones will make it out before the pace car comes by. Hemrick is coming on pit road now, though. So we'll now speed it up until we get to 1 to go. So there's 1 to go. So Jones is still in the session here. So you can, oh yeah, you could tell. You got Verstappen out of the session. That's Busher in the 6, out of the session. Elliott, Stenhouse. The 13. We'll come back to whoever that is. That is Hostbar out of the session. 34. I believe that it's Redslav. Yeah, that is Redslav out of the session. And that in 42nd will be Justin Haley. Now, 13, though, is Sammy Smith, one of the 2 Nissans. So, the lonely Nissan out there right now in the 16 was just slightly involved in the wreck. Running outside of the top 10 and 19th right now. So, they're now double file here. Up front, leading us to the green flag is Ryan Blaney. And on his outside is going to be Noah Gragson. Let's go back to green here. It is still about 25 laps until the stage ends. So Gregson was able to get the jump there and is out front. So it's 3 wide back there. Rambo is going to drop in behind, though, and back to 2 wide. Because this is how we do it now, David. I thought you would have known. The game will crash if we don't do it this way. I really just sit there. I really just monitor the pace car so that I can control better cautions. And besides that, I just call cautions for the stages and no idea what goes on in the races still. But Heyman up front. Got Gregson and Blaney battling for second right now. Actually, it says in announcements, and I also said on the truck stream. 3 wide back there, and back to 2 wide as William Byron will slot in. So as we look at the back, Samuel Jones off pace, obviously, with that damage. Same thing for Larson and Menard. Reddick and Wally Waldo are actually keeping up with this pack right here, but major damage to them. Same one thing with Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones. Ty Gibbs seems to be just maybe stuck back here. I don't think he has major damage to his car. Got David Don back here in the part-time car. We get Kyle Busch with his damage. Kevin Logs with his damage. Chase Purdy back here as one of the part-time cars. Riley Herbst probably maybe a little bit of damage to that car. Or maybe he's carrying that pack back there. But then Chastain 17th. Gillen in 16th. Rogers running 15th. Not quite on their own yet. All in the draft of each other. It's Cindric in 14th, Snyder in 13th, De Benedetto running 12th, and Barry running 11th for that 4-car pack. And then as we make our way to the front pack, we got Anthony Alfredo, William Byron, Danny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, Joey Logano, Rambo Stevens, Daniel Suarez, Noah Gragson, Brian Blaney, and Seth Heyman, all in this front pack, which is 10 cars. Got a lap of traffic coming up here. About halfway through this first stage. This is looks like they've got together back there. William Byron might be losing the draft here. But they've gotten together a pack of 7 here, as they are an aggressive pack of 7. And here's Samuel Jones. Let's see how our AI will do around these lap cars. Blocking the whole field there. Believe that might give Blaney advantage. That is if Samuel Jones... Okay, nope. That will give Blaney advantage. Blaney to the lead with Suarez, Hamlin, Alfredo following. Michael Dow also going to follow. So those five easily, or not so easily, but the first ones to get around Samuel Jones. William Byron's going to get around. Here we go. 3 wide. Logano and Gregson are going to get around at the same time. There goes Rambo. And Heyman, the only one stuck behind right now. As there goes getting around. And here comes that second pack. That did bring the second pack up to the first one. Oop, we got caution lights on. Caution lights are on. But that was not for this lap, so whoa. Oh, we got Smoke and David. Looks like that might have been David on that wreck. But racing it back here, we got Hamlin leading us right now. All right, so we got, Hamlin, it's going to be Blaney, Alfredo, Suarez, and McDowell for your top 5. As we go back to look at that wreck, seemed like it was David. Off pace here. Ooh. Just Ty Gibbs was there, and he was not going to give up that position, and it just sent David out to the outside wall. The only car involved, so a single car incident here. But Ty Gibbs showing some aggression here. Okay. So you see side by side with Waller. Waller there goes to take the peak. Just a little too late. Maybe didn't know he was there. And around he goes. See how much damage that may have given him. See already a little bit of damage David down here. Gets spun by Ty Gibbs. Ooh, more damage to the rear. Outside of that, no. There may be mechanical damage. So we'll now follow the pace car. And here comes pit stops once again. So pitting quite often here. See if anyone stays out. There was, yes, that one red car. But I believe that is Samuel Jones, who is a lap down. As that is Samuel Jones, yes. So lap down Samuel Jones. So pit stops here at Daytona. These are your third pit stops, only taking place on like lap 12, and it's gonna be Hamlin way out in front. That's gonna be Alfredo taking third over Suarez, who was up there, and going back, Rambo. Ooh, no. Palmenard giving us a little tease right there. So it's going to be Hamlin out front now. So I guess Alfredo was third, maybe. So we'll speed it up until we hit one to go. There goes Samuel Jones now down pit road, and that will keep him one lap down. So that's one to go right there. So we will fly to the field right now. Samuel Jones being one lap down. Let's see. So, yes, 29 cars will be on the lead lap. We got Kevin Logs in the 29th, Paul Menard 28th, Kyle Larson 27th, Ross Chastain 26th, David Dunn 25th, Tyler Reddick 24th, Eric Jones 23rd, Ty Gibbs 22nd, Wally Waldo 21st, Bubba Wallace 20th, Kyle Busch 19th, and he kind of going into the cars with no damage to very minimal damage right now. Josh Berry in 18th, Chase Purdy in 17th, Tal Gillen in 16th, Matt DiBenedetto in 15th, Riley Herbst in 14th, Mike Snyder in 13th, Rambo Stevens in 12th, Austin Cindric in 11th, Will Rogers in 10th, Seth Heyman in 9th, Noah Gragson in 8th, Joe Logano in 7th, Micah McDowell in 6th, William Byron in 5th, Daniel Suarez in 4th, Alfredo in 3rd, and leading us to the green flag is Ryan Blaney on the outside, and Denny Hamlin leads us with control. That was Ross Chastain back there, heading to pit road as we're back green. That outside gets that jump this time. No help, though, for Blaney with that jump. So Hamlin out front now. Alfredo looking for second. See how this works out. Blaney maybe had enough room to get it down, but definitely too early in the race to take a little bit of a risk like that. Plus he's kind of holding his own up front on the top right now. 3 wide back there. Suarez on the high side, Byron and Heyman. Blaney diving to the inside of Hamlin there. And Blaney will take the lead here in the Daytona 500. With not so many laps here left to go in stage 1. With how chaotic stage 1 has been, will we finish under green here? But here comes Joey Logano to the front. Joey Logano on his final season looking to win the 500 and go straight to playoffs. It's not an even season, though. But Blaney will keep the lead here. That is his old teammate behind him. Logano, that was a while ago that they were teammates, though. Actually, no, that's wrong. Logano was on David Motorsport not too long ago. So we're at Penske, met back up at David Motorsport, but it's 3 wide back there between Chevys. Surprised we did not have a wreck right there, as Rambo was right on the quarter panel. But Blaney holding his own on the high side, as neither of them really have help from behind at the moment. Less than 10 to go for stage number 1. That is playoff points on the line, and Rambo knows he is going to try and take it 3 wide for the lead here. It will work, getting there to the inside. So that will, in the Xfinity Truck Series, that middle line, when you were 3 wide, the middle line just fell back, but Logano was able, that middle line was able to work here. In the Cup Series, as Logano kept the front and Blaney is falling back. But it's Rambo out front now with just a bunch of Chevys behind. Outside of Suarez. So it's 4 cars on the low side, 4 cars on the high side right now. And it looks like Rambo might be able to get clear of Logano before exiting turn 3. He might be able to control lanes. Not gonna choose to do so, though. As Logano is already side by side and out front by a sliver. Oh, here comes Samuel Jones. This is gonna maybe change stage 1 right here. Oh, he's slicing through the middle. Great move by Rambo to go low, and great move by Logano to go high. But these 5 were able to get around him. But it's going to be Logano out front, Hamlin second. Gregson trying to run third right now. 2 Rambo Stevens, and Hamlin running 5th. So let's see, we're coming to 5 to go for stage number 1 this time. Hamlin took a small peek there, but just decided not to go. Now everyone behind has gotten to them, and gonna go to the inside of Hamlin. Hamlin's gonna get stuck on the high side right there with no help from behind. That's never a good place to be here at Daytona. But Logano, he is up high and still holding his own to Gregson on the high side. Oh, putting to the quarter panel. He's going to turn for the stage. Gregson turned Logano in the wall, Heyman in the wall. Maybe a slight damage to Hamlin. But Rambo to the line. Coming to the caution. This will end stage number 1. Rambo, Hamlin. McDowell's going to get to 3rd. Graxon's still going to get 4th. Alfredo 5th. Byron up to 6th. Snyder 7th. DiBenedetto 8th. Gillen 9th. And coming across 10th is Kevin Logs. That was going to be a close finish for the stage there, but Gregson just decides he's going to go for it. And he's going to, well, he just turned right up into him. Just plain dumped him. Just dumped Logano in the outside wall. Saved his car to come across the line in a decently good position still. Let's see this from Logano. Looking at Logano here on Television 1. Gets churned. And right into the outside wall. Comes down. Oh, Suarez heavily involved. Snyder barely making it through. What a move by Snyder to not get involved there. And let's see. Oh, we got more crashing in the back. Oh, there goes 3 more cars up there at least. See, there was a red car. I think it was Will Rogers that spun initially up front. Oh, right into the back of him. Just. And Suarez involved. Blaney damage to the last season's Daytona 500 winner, Blaney. So Blaney involved in this wreck here. And that damage. That is major damage. That has blown his engine. That is going to quite possibly take Blaney out of this race. And then he hits Riley Herbst just to make sure. But that we got a flip here. Oh, Rogers has flipped. Once again, Will Rogers has flipped. And just such force, and I mean, just the car bouncing all over the place, going up and off the track. So multiple cars involved there, multiple contenders involved. As we'll see, Suarez is out of the race with a blown engine. So here comes pit road. Just about everyone. This will also change positions for stage 1. Stage 1 does not end until lap 40. So we may actually still have a green flag lap or 2 before going to end stage 1, which will not bring out a caution. Hammond moved way back. I believe damage may have affected his pit stop, giving him no stage points here in stage number 1. And it's going to be Gregson to win stage number 1. Byron gets 4th. McDowell gets 3rd. Looks like Rambo is ahead of Alfredo for 4th. Alfredo will get 5th. Gillen will move up into the 6th position to Benedetto, 7th. Chase Purdy will get up into stage points here with 8th. Josh Berry, 9th. And Kyle Busch he moves up to 10th. Well, controversial finish to stage number 1 to start off our season. That is if we, well, at this point, lights are on, so this is your top 10. Let's see who just barely finished out of stage points. We've got Logs who finished 11th. Wally Waldo who finished 12th. Eric Jones 13th. Gibbs 14th. Cindric 15th. Wallace 16th. Snyder 17th. Don 18th. Hamlin 19th. Larson 20th. Menard 21st. And Herbst 22nd. That is all your cars here in the Daytona 500 still. 22 cars. That is less than half the field. Just under half the field. Here we go. White flag for stage 1 under caution. So it is 1 to go. All these positions right here will be your top 10. Any switching coming to the line will not count. So Gregson will lead us to the green flag here for stage number 2. 40 laps will take us to lap number 80. 22 cars left in the field. Green flag for stage number 2. Great start for Byron and his teammate behind him, number 5 of Rambo, but not able to quite get clear and get down in front of Gregson, as Gregson still leading the field after dumping Logano for the stage win. There's Michael McDowell up front now. Michael McDowell leads that lap. Alfredo behind, and there's Rambo. He's going to sneak in behind with, or sneak in below with his teammate Byron right behind him. I believe those two are the only Hendrick cars still out here. Yes, correct, actually, because Hocevar is out. And then you have Elliott, who also, I believe, is out. Yeah, with the majority of the field. Here comes Rambo looking for the lead. Winning here at Daytona would definitely fit him, though. I mean, his last season was just an amazing finish to the season, honestly, and surprising that he did not win the championship. And there's Gregson trying to look to the inside of Byron. He'll get there. That is our lone Nissan up here running in the 6th position. And as usual, we got Night Doggo up here at a plate track, and we got Rambo making a move for the lead here. It is Chevy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. Before we got a Nissan and a Ford. Gregson looking to the inside once again. And this time he's going to be able to get there. So still Rambo out front controlling the lanes with Alfredo and McDowell behind. Oop, we got Bradley Herbst coming up. He might have just pulled out of pit road. He is going about that speed. It is Rambo still controlling lanes with McDowell and Alfredo behind. Byron and Gregson just making sure not to lose the draft right now. Oh, here's Herbst. Oh, Rambo gets boxed in. Almost churning Herbst. And now he's going to go to the inside. William Byron giving him the push to get in front of Gregson there. But it's now Alfredo out front. Oop, and here we go. Rambo has caught back up, and he's looking to the inside of Alfredo. But Alfredo is going to be able to keep it out front. So we'll be taking a quick break here. Alright, we are back with 20 to go here in stage number 2 as we got McDowell, Rambo Stevens, and Anthony Alfredo running 1, 2, 3 in their own pack with Hamlin, Mike Snyder, Noah Gragson, and Matt DiBenedetto running behind them in another 4-car pack. And behind them we got Byron and Gillen running 8th and 9th. Then another 3-car pack of Barry, Cindric, and Logs. Before we get to our damaged cars. So we're these leaders are starting to catch the damaged cars that are in a pack now, so this is going to really change it up. Be hard for them to get around. And here comes Alfredo to the inside. He's going to take the potential lead here at Daytona. But Rambo, he's going to stick out with that outside with Mike McDowell. Might be just planning to see what happens with these lap cars here, as the lap cars are going to block both lanes. And there's another one, Riley Herbst. So this is going to be interesting here. It's slow cars being slowed down by another slow car. So it's a Alfredo and Rambo only have to get by one more driver. Actually, Rambo, he's being slowed down even more. Hopefully he can get around. He does. But Alfredo is going to get around Bubba Walls right there. Can Rambo, Bubba Walls pinching him down. And Mike McDowell, he's going to try and make the move to get to the inside of Rambo, but Rambo's going to die down. And they're almost 3 wide. They were 3 wide for a second. But Mike McDowell to the inside of Rambo. So Alfredo out front. We got Larson and Menard going a lap down here. So it looks like this stretch right here. Actually, they're going 2 laps down right now. Alfredo on the high side. Can he get around? Or is it going to be Mike McDowell who's on the slow side to get around? It's going to be Mike McDowell. Rambo's going to follow. So Alfredo will be the last one to get by. Is there any? There are not. So it's going to be Hamlin, Snyder, Gregson, DiBenedetto. They're starting to split up right now. And they are coming up on a pretty good sized pack of lap cars. But right now, Mike McDowell, Rambo out ahead. Now Anthony Alfredo getting stuck behind now. And it doesn't look like they're... David Don's the next lap car. And there goes Rambo to the inside here. So if we go over what we got coming up here in Sonic. Next week we'll be at Rockingham, and then we'll head over to Vegas. Of course, here at Daytona, this is the biggest payout you can get outside of the championship. Oh, we got pit stops coming, so Rambo coming down pit road. Mike McDowell's going to stay out. Hamlin is up into third. That must be under pit stop. So Michael McDowell is staying out right now, but let's go remember that. Got Daytona, Rockingham, Las Vegas starting out with the season for your first 3 races. And we got Iowa, Portland, and Albert Park. Returning to Albert Park. Albert Park was honestly, one of the best road course races last season. And then it goes to Pocono, Kentucky, and Talladega before we head to Italy for Monza. And then we head to bring us back to New Hampshire, Kansas, and Bristol. And we go to our last road course of the regular season at Road America before going to Daytona and Nashville to end our regular season. We'll get back to that in a second as we got pit stops going on. So it's Michael McDowell who has just come down pit road. There's Rambo. He is provisional leader right now. So Anthony Alfredo will still be in the 3rd position. Hamlin's gotten up here. He's getting closer. There's the Benedetto. Gregson still on the lead lap. Snyder on the lead lap still. Gilland. Byron moving back way back. But here we go watching Rambo as McDowell has already exited pit road. McDowell still running low, quite a bit lower speed, 40 miles per hour difference right now. 30 difference. That's about 20 miles per hour. It looks like McDowell's going to be able to keep the lead. It's about 10 miles per hour difference. Rambo's going to have one shot to get around and not have to slow down for him. He's got to dive to the inside. He will dive to the inside, looking for the lead on Michael McDowell. Almost making contact. Almost had another. Still making contact. Almost had another wreck. This wouldn't end the stage quite yet, but 10 to go for stage number 2. But anyways, as that is over, we will head into our schedule. We got for the round of 16 will be taking us to Phoenix, Watkins Glen, and Chicagoland. Michael McDowell looking for that lead again on the inside. But the round of 12 is a pretty chaotic round, having our Orlando, one of the most chaotic plate tracks, Circuit of the Americas, which performed really well for a road course last season, and Milwaukee Mile. So like a short track right there. Actually, that is a short track. And the round of 8 is held at some very technical tracks, very different tracks. Indianapolis, Darlington, and Dover. Before heading to Homestead for the finale. It's been a while since we've been to... Actually, I don't think we've had the championship at Homestead once. So we'll be having the championship at Homestead this season. Oh, Busch. Oh, man, what a late block there from Busch. So as we look back, Alfredo, he's trying to catch right now. He's got that maneuverability. So we have 15 cars on the lead lap, but I believe Busch was just going a lap down. So that is 14 cars down the lead lap. The 92, Chase Purdy and Eric Jones are the next ones to go a lap down. trying to stay on the lead lap here as we end the stage. That is their most important thing, is just staying on the lead lap. And Cindric, he's all alone, but it looks like he's out, maybe out far enough to not catch him. So it's McDowell, Rambu. We've got Alfredo, Hamlin running fourth, Dominato fifth, Noel Gragson sixth, Todd Gillen seventh, Mike Snyder eighth, William Byron ninth, and Kevin Logs 10th to round out your drivers getting points here in stage number 2. But then there's Barry in 11th, still in the lead lap, Cindric in 12th. And you have Eric Jones and Chase Purdy running on 13th, 14th, trying to stay on the lead lap as we end here, as we're nearing the end of stage number 2 here. But already in the camera shot for TV1. So they're coming to 5 to go for the stage. That's still a long ways. Unless there's a caution that is quite possibly the end of the Daytona 500 for Eric Jones and Chase Purdy. Once you go a lap down here in NR 2003, that is your race done and over. And there it is to the bumper. Now trying to block to keep their position, but Larson is up here now. Larson slowing these 4 down. So now just trying to keep their position, or not, but trying to keep their lap right here. There goes diving to the inside of Chase Purdy already. So Chase Purdy done and over, 4 to go. Eric Jones probably not going to be able to hold on. You might as well just let him by. Maybe see if you have the speed to get in their draft. Take it away from them at the end, but probably not going to be able to happen for those two. Goes Paul Menard up. Austin Cindric, he's actually in danger right now, running 180 while the leaders are running 190s. Over a 10-mile-per-hour difference, and coming to 3 to go. This is going to be close for Austin Cindric. See if he has a chance. Chase Purdy's going to try and get a little on the attack right here. 12 cars on the lead lap right now. It is over halfway, just over halfway now. Cindric still out by a little bit. Josh Berry should be safe, but Austin Cindric gonna be close for him. So Cindric very close. It is 2 to go right now. Oh, they're going to be able to catch him by the end of this lap. They're going to catch him here on the backstretch. They're going to try and pass him here on the backstretch. Cindric not going to fight it, just going to let them go. So Cindric is going to go a lap down. That is now 11 cars in contention. Next one would be Josh Berry. Josh Berry, he is at the start line right now. He's got about half the distance of the front stretch to the leaders as they take the white flag here. we're about to go under our next caution. This is a unofficial caution, so it will not count as our fourth caution of the race. Actually, it would be fifth caution of the race. We've had 4 cautions here already. All of them actually took place in stage number 1. Stage number 2 here, from green to checkered, puts 11 cars on the lead lap in contention now. And they will take it. Stage number 2 is done, as it'll be McDowell, Rambo, Alfredo will get 3rd. Hamlin will come across the line in 4th. And Graxon's going to make the last lap pass on De Benedetto to take 5th. De Benedetto gets 6th. Here's 7th for Snyder, 8th for Byron, 9th for Gillen, and 10th for Kevin Logs. As now here comes Josh Berry across the line, the last car to cross the line. Actually, there is still Riley Herbst. But Josh Berry last lead lap car to cross the line there. So now we head into the final stage of the race. A 60-lap race to the end. So we go to watch pit lane 1. Our driver's coming down pit road. There goes McDowell. McDowell first. Rambo will take 2nd. Alfredo will take 3rd. Hamlin 4th. Gregson 5th. Snyder, De Benedetto, Byron, Gillen. It looks like Kevin Logs is going to lose that 10th position, as Josh Berry will take 10th. Kevin Logs is still in his pit box. Not sure what's going on with that team there. See, Logs still in pit road. Trying to get that car repaired before the pace car comes around, but it is not looking good for that team. Still no movement from the 39. He is going to go a lap down here. So that is Kevin Logs done. 10 drivers still on the lead lap. All right, one to go here to take stage number, the green flag for stage number 3. And green flag back out for stage number 3 to end the Daytona 500. That outside line once again getting that start, and it's good enough this time. Rambo will be out and to the lead. So it's top 10. It is only top 10 lead lap now. Only top 10. Probably only the top 10 that will have a chance here in the 500 now. There is a chance one or two maybe get back on that lead lap, but it is very unlikely, as now we have Rambo out front, Michael McDowell in second, and Alfredo back into third, as Hamlin is moving back. See, we do have some stragglers coming along. Yeah, Eric Jones, Chase Purdy. Those two are the only two really able to keep up right now. So it seems like maybe these six cars might be your 6 to fight to the finish, but Alfredo, he's going to peek to the inside of Michael McDowell for second. He's going to get there. So it'll be now Rambo, Alfredo, McDowell, your top 3. Gregson and the fight going on right now, but it's going to be Hamlin taking on 5th and Barry 6th. Snyder 7th. Byron 8th. McDowell 9th. Or McDowell. Matt DiBenedetto in 9th. And Todd Gilliland 10th. See, did that 39 car ever get back out? They did get back out there. 2 laps down now, though. Oh, Cedric's in pit road. So there must be heavy damage on 39. Something might have happened to that car, mechanical failure. Alright, and we will take a quick break and be right back. All right, we're back with just about 40 laps to go here at Daytona. It is right now Rambo, Alfredo, and Hamlin out front. Your top three. Logs a lap down, but in 17th. Actually, probably putting them 3 laps down is my guess. McDowell in 4th. Then you got Gregson, Byron, Barry, DiBenedetto, and Snyder. Todd Gillen moving way back. He might not stand lead lap. As Riley Herbst splitting up the top pack. So it's side-by-side battle for Anthony Alfredo and Rambo Stevens. So it's going to be a Rambo holding out up front. Let's see, there are 21 drivers actually remaining in this race. So it's a good amount still to end at Daytona, but that's not how many are on the lead lap. On the lead lap, that is not usual, not very usual to see. And with it being this split out, I mean, chance of a caution is just so slim. So it might just come down to an Anthony Alfredo and Rambo Stevens battling out. So Rambo Stevens on Hendrick Motorsports, Anthony Alfredo on Dale Earnhardt Jr. Incorporated. So Cedric is actually not out, but is just like stuck in his pit box. So it's still Rambo and Alfredo out front. It is a big pack behind them, though, and all but Kevin Logs are on the lead lap in that pack, as we now have De Benedetto starting to lose the draft. But it's still a 6-car pack, 7-car pack if you count Logs, if he's able to keep up. Alright, so now they have caught some lap traffic here. We got Paul Menard, Kyle Larson, and Riley Herb. So Rambo, he's going to get out up front at the Alfredo. He's going to be stuck behind. Alfredo now getting past Larson. That is a huge gap, though, now to Rambo. So it is just about a second gap, and now it's just coming down between how good their cars are to decide if Alfredo will be able to gain or lose. Actually, it's about a 2-second gap, so that was an inaccurate that time, but now it is accurate. Actually, where did Todd Gillen go? Todd Gillen is in this pack that is not too far away from getting lapped, but actually it might not even be happening. It might not even happen right now. See, they are going, yeah, they are going over the speed that Rambo is going right now. So let's see, 1.83. Let's see if Anthony Alfredo can catch here. He's losing more time. Oh, and we got pit stops here now. Mike McDowell is going to stay out, taking the lead for now. Looks like everyone is going to come down to pit road right now. All but McDowell. So here comes Mike McDowell. As we now go back, we got Rambo out with the lead again. Alfredo behind by a lot. So Byron from that will move up quite a few positions. Gregson will also move up a little bit there. Snyder, a big move up for him. Hamlin's moving back. Barry about staying the same. So is DiBenedetto. So McDowell's going to lose first right there. Hopping up on track real to get that speed as it was safe. How about Alfredo? Oh yeah, Alfredo's going to get him. It ain't going to be that close. Now it's going to be can Mike McDowell keep up with him and possibly help him catch up to Rambo Stevens, who has pretty much but got this thing won, if there is not a caution at least. Which there isn't a very great chance, as he just right around David Don. No, not even losing time at that point. So Mike McDowell run third. Gregson making the move for fourth. Byron going back to fifth. Hammond in sixth. Snyder in seventh. Barry in eighth. DiBenedetto in ninth. And that is still Todd Gillen in 10th, who is not too far from going a lap down now. So it is now 25 laps to go here at Daytona. Counting down the laps, McDowell in second, Alfredo in third after getting past David Don, who is running 18th now. Gregson fourth, Byron still in fifth. Not much movement going on in there. Rambo still out to a 5-second lead as they just got around David Don. That is probably going to lose them time, even though they are pretty close to each other now. But now that they are right up to each other, we'll see how much time they can gain. Ooh, Alfredo's going to just go for the position. So, actually gaining quite a bit of time that time around. Really didn't think they would, as they were still stuck behind David Don at the start of that lap. So, that is maybe a bit worrying for Rambo. Not quite got this in the bag yet. So let's see, 5.4. To a 4.7. Lots of time gained. As they're battling for second, and they are still gaining this much. So here comes lap traffic for Ramboos. Just see how well he can get around this, and that might also affect second and third of McDowell and Alfredo. Less than Ramboo. But Ramboo, he's just going to be blocked by Riley Herbst at the moment. That might be quite a bit of time gain because of Riley Herbst. 3.9. So gained almost a whole second that lap. Still battling there for the second position. Maybe not the best time to do so. Oh, we got Alfredo! What a save by Alfredo! What a move and what a save by Alfredo to go up to second. McDowell now getting around there. So Alfredo, he is now out ahead of McDowell, 2.98. They only gained a hundredth of a second to Ramboo that time. And honestly, I don't know if McDowell is in Alfredo's draft or not. I think he actually is right now. So they're still going to be able to catch Ramboo. 20 to go here at Daytona. And I believe that's probably, yep, gone over a 3-second lead. Ramboo, he is just that fast. He's got 3 lap cars coming up now, though. And after that will be lap of the 9th place, actually 10th place of Todd Gilliland. So as they are continuing to gain, that is 2.95 of a separation now. So paint schemes, Cup drivers get 3 schemes this season, not counting none of these counting your throwbacks. But Cup gets 3 schemes, and they get 5 races, and then they can start switching between schemes as primary schemes. Have to run your first 5 races and the finale. So only 6 races that the primary is mandatory to be ran. .92 gained about a second that time. But Xfinity, they have 2 schemes. It is the same deal there where they have to run their primary scheme for first 5 races before they can move to their secondary scheme whenever they want throughout the season outside of the championship. Tricks and Arca, though, they are stuck to 1 scheme. Ramboo, here he comes, coming up in the lap traffic. If he can get around smoothly, he won't have to worry about McDowell and Alfredo. They're about going 3 wide in front of him. But he's going to stick with going with Kyle Busch on that high side. See, maybe he can get around up there. He might just be boxed in at the moment, and that allowing them to catch quite a bit. He is maybe clear Bubba Wallace, but he's not going to go down low. Going to stick behind Kyle Busch right here, and there's more lap traffic coming up. Let's see how he can handle this here. And now they have caught right back up to the bumper of Rambo. With just 16 to go, top three are all within like a tenth of a second, all in the same pack. And they got more lap traffic coming up. That's Todd Gilliland. So Rambo's still being scored the leader as Michael McDowell and Anthony Alfredo are stuck behind them. And even behind them, you got Denny Hamlin. Is he? Okay, he's got help. He's got Gregson behind him. Don't know how much they are going to be able to gain at this moment. They're actually pretty close behind. Okay, now they're getting... This pack's getting aggressive here. 15 to go. Rambo still your leader. But it's Hamlin and now Gregson, your top five, have now came back bumper to bumper, all in the same pack here. None of them are able to get around all these lap traffic here. McDowell is going to go be your leader now, though. McDowell to the lead. And only 2 cars ahead of him, and it's your front row. McDowell and Hamlin are 1-2 as we come to the line now. They are going to be boxed in by those two. Behind them, they're still stuck behind the traffic. So where did Gillen go? Gillen is still ahead of Herbst. It's McDowell and Hamlin out in front. Gregson third, Alfredo fourth. Rambo is still stuck in fifth in the traffic as he now has Byron, Snyder, and Barry all coming up on him. So now Hamlin out in front after Riley Herbst. Michael McDowell further behind. Anthony Alfredo third. Gregson Rambo is right back up here now, but Byron is right here also. Snyder and Barry trying to get up into this pack, but they're able to get by now. So Hamlin, was this the right strategy? Everything he has done here today to give him the win here at Daytona, advance to the playoffs here after just one race. McDowell still in the draft, actually, so it's going to be a 2-car battle. We have a 2-car battle coming down to these final 10 laps. It is 11 to go. Gillen's still ahead. But Byron is actually a lap down. I don't know when he went a lap down, but he is a lap down. He might have pitted. Byron, yeah, that's gonna end his race, probably. I mean, unless everyone else has to pit. So McDowell out with the lead right now with 10 to go here at Daytona. Big money on the line here. $100,000. The amount of upgrade you could do to one car just for winning here. It is a lot. Oh, here comes David Dunn, now getting passed by Todd Gilliland. So Alfredo, Rambu, side by side. Greg's behind them. Well, at least we know Byron does have the speed, but just a lap down, so not in contention for the win. Hamlin, McDowell. McDowell out front with 9 to go. And Hamilton to the inside, diving to the inside of McDowell. Ooh, but here comes David Dunn, gonna slow down Denny Hamlin. So McDowell out front. Hamlin, he's now gonna get by on the inside. Does he have the speed to keep in the draft of McDowell, though? Don't forget that Todd Gilliland is coming up, too. Todd Gilliland not too far ahead. I think McDowell might get him in the next lap. Hamlin behind. Not by far. Should be in the draft here. Ooh, McDowell getting slowed down by Gilliland just a little bit. They got a big pet going on back here. Actually, no, it's only 4 cars. Just getting slowed down by David Dunn. McDowell gets around Todd Gilliland, so that's going to put Todd Gilliland a lap down. Race is down to 8 cars now. If anything were to happen. Alfredo running 3rd, Gregson 2nd, Byron is 10th lap down. Rambu 5th, Snyder 6th, Barry 7th, De Benedetto 8th. They're going slow. Only going about 170. Oh, pace car is out. Got Mike McDowell. So Todd Gilliland will be stuck a lap down. Let's see what happened. I mean, it looks like everyone is bunched together. There's nothing really. No one really is all alone or smoking. Doesn't look like anyone has new damage. So let's see, the pace lights turn on there. So what is it? Don't think anyone is spinning. So no car around? No car around. Pace car is on track. Caution is out. This may lead us to overtime, though. So phantom caution here at Daytona. See if anyone pits. Okay. So I was like, come around. Cindric is still on pit road. No one coming down pit road. Is there anyone still behind? Still got that group, but no one pits, so we are going to speed it up. Get to 1 to go. See? Lap around 136 right now. Pace light's still on. So pace light's still on here on lap 137. So that will make it at least a 3 to go restart. Actually, it would be 2 to go restart. So 2 to go restart as of right now. See, and yeah, pace lights do go off. Got Todd Gillen now moving to the back. A bit of confusion by the drivers right here. So as they get it all to where they need to be, it's going to be an 8-car battle in just 2 laps, taking 2 to go as we go to the green flag. Michael McDowell will lead us. Denny Hamlin will be on the outside. Alfredo will be starting on the inside of row 2 in 3rd. Gregson will be in 4th. Rambo Stevens will be in 5th. Myatt Snyder will be in 6th. Josh Berry will be in 7th. Matt DiBenedetto will be in 8th. And those are your 8 drivers, all with a shot here as they double file up to come to 2 to go. So now the pace car, just waiting for the pace car to pull off onto pit road as we'll take 2 to go. We'll have 1 lap where we can have a caution and go into overtime. After that, once we take the white flag, it'll be a race it back. Green flag's out. 1 possible final time here at Daytona. Denny Hamlin, good start, getting out front. Not going to be able to beat McDowell to the corner, to the turn 1. So McDowell with the lead, exiting 2. There's Rambo trying to go aggressive. Gregson behind. McDowell's going to go high. And that's going to allow Alfredo to the inside. Alfredo inching ahead of McDowell there. Here we go. White flag here at Daytona. No caution. And the next flag ends the race. The next flag is going to be the checkered. Alfredo out ahead. Can he get... He will be clear of Michael McDowell. Alfredo to the lead. Entering turn 3. No run by the drivers behind. Renbu stuck there in 2nd. Off of turn 4. No move. Is there going to be a move by Renbu? Not soon enough. Alfredo will win the 500 for season number 7. Entering the playoffs is Anthony Alfredo here at Daytona. It's going to be Alfredo getting the win. Rabu is going to get 2nd. McDowell 3rd. Hamlin 4th. Gregson 5th. Snyder 6th. Barry 7th. And DiBenedetto is going to be 8th. Wow. Todd Gillen will get 9th. And right now your top 10 will be William Byron. What a race by Alfredo